I'm gonna make sure I can be heard. Okay, I can.
Heard? We will find out.
Alright, so are you gonna link it, Chubby? Or
Yeah.
alright.
Heck yeah, I can be heard. Woo! Okay. Welcome everybody to week 3, Castellito Calamity versus ZF. It's gonna be interesting today.
Let's get
We have
it!
got two people here. As you can see, I'm Albor738 and I am joined with Chubby and one other. Say your name and we can
I'm your boy
get on
Brady.
with the show. Heck yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get this bread.
So hold on, Zed's ready. We're waiting on confirmation from Castillo. As I quickly go post this in self-promotion.
Chubby, you should join me for Elo Hell Pugs sometime. They were fun.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
I'm gonna have the stream on my phone so I can read comments. I'm gonna have it turned all the volume down, of course.
Alright, Twitter's good. YouTube, we're getting the people in. Howdy.
So, what do y'all think? How y'all think this is gonna go? I don't know much about either one of these teams, to be completely honest.
To be honest, it really depends on how both teams come out with their tank play. Because I will say, overall, that's one of their strongest aspects of both. The tanks are really good, and of course, each has their own strengths and weaknesses. So it just kind of depends. And both teams are ready to go. So we're gonna start this up. Yeah.
I gotta change my player icon back to the shock because I'm not in the pugs
Castillo
anymore.
versus Zed, map 1,
Shock,
Volskaya.
Shock Owl Champion Season 2, calling it now.
Traveling to Volskaya.
So yeah, my thoughts on this game. I've watched both of these teams play in different matches, and they are both pretty strong teams. Definitely, Casalito is definitely a rush ahead. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Just don't give a crap about it. ZF, I think, is gonna go the more careful route, as they might know that. Maybe stay in the choke point on Volskaya.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get good third person like camera angles so we can see most of what's going on.
I'm gonna probably stay around here and stay around the choke point and just kind of look at that.
If y'all in the chat want me to spectate someone specific, you just let me know. I'm watching the chat on my phone so I can see it. Alright, so it looks like we've got Ryan Zarya coming out from ZF with the Hanzo Sombra, so a little more utility damage there coming from the side of ZF. And then triple tank with a Mei, so Snoats coming out from Castillo on their defense.
Yeah, and we've seen Castellito run this before, so we'll have to see how they're going to use this comp to their advantage against ZF today.
I mean, you gotta remember that hook on the side of Castillo. You may not expect the hog to work very well in a choke like this, but dang, can you find a way to get those crazy hooks?
Yeah.
So
Usually in the triple tank you'd see a Diva to eat the Zarya grab, but they're subbing in the hog for the pick value from the hook, which it can work, but it's a little bit risky at times.
Yeah, Zed's Mercy automatically just getting wrecked here, but she's hanging in there.
We got Trace is sneaking right around behind them as Sombra is just waiting for an opportunity to get a good hack. But he got bubbled. It gave him away.
And there you go, gonna try to split the C here, but Zed getting something going.
There goes Mercy.
Even.
That's a really early coalescence coming out from Bullet Stopper though.
Definitely, and it looks like this is where ZF is kind of failing now as they get picked off one by one. And it looks like
yeah.
Zed is now going to hold the point against Casalito.
Yep, we are going to see Zed pulling it out here against Castillo. Map went already like barely under a minute taken off the clock, and I think quickly push on through
Yeah.
to point
There-
number 2.
There is a little bit of snowball potential coming out for ZF here because they do have the Grab Dragons coming. And without the defensive ult on the side of Castillo, it could go very badly if ZF executes this combo right. Huge hook on the Zarya, though. He did throw out the grab.
And there are the dragons
Double
going
support
in.
ults in response, and they still lose
Oh,
two.
and Zed. Oh, yeah, there you go. All the ults coming out here on both sides. The only one left is Kawhi's Shatter.
Everyone's pressing triangle to win.
Oh, but we
And
gotta
it looks
keep in
like-
mind-
Casalito pulling off the team kill and going to retreat back to the point to take up defensive perimeter once again.
Now you've got Trace switching to the Pharah, actually. He swapped to McCree for a second. Good spam damage and consistency with the Hanzo. So they've got 2 ults to combo with their Grav once they build them all back up again. And with the triple tank setup that Castillo's running, the Pharah can really build up a barrage fast.
Yep, here we go, Castillo.
But she's got to get
Have deal
rockets
with
around
Kawhi.
that Rhine shield.
And I mean, to be fair, all you really got to do in this scenario is, you know the Maze hasn't used the ult yet, so you can almost expect it coming into this fight. You got to take them out first, would be my guess, and then pick off the Mercy as they go for a res, perhaps.
Yep.
Kind of depends on what.
Oh,
there
huge
you go.
first
That's
pick on a
good
Griffin.
Grab Dragon
Oh.
Shatter.
All the ults are
All
coming
the
out
ults.
again. Frozen mid
And the
Valkyrie
Mercy's
for
gone.
combat, though. That's unfortunate.
Gonna get kept up as we will see.
He
Zed
did
push
stay
it.
alive with the Coalescence.
And Zed
And-
is on point. 4
They
on
have a
point, gonna
slight
capture.
edge.
Looks
We'll
like
have to wait and see if-
oh,
Shatter.
late Shatter trying to keep him off the point.
And it
We'll go to the
looks
Hog
like
and get back out.
Casalito's
It looks
attempt
like-
to push Zed off are being
No,
thwarted here.
it looks like
Nothing
Zed's gonna
happening.
get this eventually here. Castillo's gonna stall as long as they can, but unless they
They got a
get
very
some
good
big
point,
picks
but-
here, it's
Back
gonna
in.
be just a matter of time.
Lots of stall coming in now. There you go, getting everything they can hold on for dear life. That's what you want to do.
Casalito hamster coming out.
There you go. Of course, it's Gubbins just swinging around like a record, baby. Let's go.
You got the
Oh,
barrage
there you go.
coming out. Takes out the
Justice
May.
coming out.
Justice
Out
raining
one,
from
two,
a
two,
slightly
three.
horizontal angle.
I mean, it don't matter how you do it. They pushed through. They only lost. They did lose a minute. That is a pretty good stall on the side of Castillo, dragging out that fight a lot longer than it needed to be. But you're still already starting off behind.
Initiating
Yeah.
match.
ZF with a very quick cap there. Castillo did do a good job stalling to get him as low as possible, but 422, that's a pretty quick time.
You know, they were firing on all cylinders going into that one, and that's a
Oh,
very
yeah.
fast start. I mean, looking at Zed, their schedule entering this one, I mean, out of the four, well, out of most of the teams we've got to see play so far, at least they're bottom of the standings teams. They've had I guess the best start, tied with Krusty there for that one. They're both technically sixth, I just realized. And I mean,
Ready
a little bit
for
rough
battle.
in the first couple weeks, but just like Krusty last night, they look like a new beast, at least in this first little bit of the game. So I kind of want to see where that goes for them throughout.
They're coming out with the double spam damage Hanzo Junkrat on the defense,
30 seconds.
which they can't know this, of course, but they actually have a pretty good counter to the comp that it looks like Castillo's going to be running again.
Yep, triple tank, gonna be running Moira Lucio, lots of AoE, a little bit of self-heal on the Torbjorn just to help with armor. I mean, not a bad thing, except, well, I don't know, you don't have the armor there to deal with, so I guess Torb's just gonna help pick off the squishies.
2,
Kind of an interesting way to go with it.
seconds incoming. Defend objective A.
Man, immediately out of the gate, Casalito taking some heavy damage on Lucio. But with that extra healing, they were able to recover.
I mean, that's all you really can do with the AoE healing. Just gotta stay close and keep your team healed up. And we're gonna see a charge bubbled though, so I mean, there's gonna be some free charge for the Steel or Killer there on the Zarya. As now we're gonna see a little bit of a brawl take place on this left side. Butter charging in. Griffin gone off the Lucio, already giving some of those seals gone. However, Zed losing their main healer as well. So I mean, they are lower in the heal compartment overall. Yeah, losing both healers now. Castillo
Looks like
Shatter
Yeah.
comes out.
yeah, but they are just trying to get back.
Oh,
to
they're
Dragons are
trying.
out.
They are going to recontest this.
They will. I mean,
Kawhi
they're gonna
falls
knock 'em
again.
under. I mean, they're surviving here. Got the Honda, the grab as well.
And the
That should be
grab
enough
is
for them
out.
to take it. They're
They-
gonna keep it.
Wow,
very
what
impressive
a
last
what a
stand with
recontest.
ZF. Very impressive last stand for ZF.
They did use all of their ults there, though.
Even then,
So-
though, their tires close, Valk's close, Coalescence is close. I mean, almost all of
Mm-hmm.
Castillo's are online. I mean, this is gonna be a heck of an ult fight. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus, I don't know what you're gonna do here when the ults start flying, especially with the tire picking up, tire coming out first. Gonna be the first initiator. Gonna
Gets
get
Griffin.
So have some of the heals are gone now on the side of Castillo. They do have the bridge.
Ryan charges
They are
in.
running goats. I just realized that we are seeing goats on the side of Castillo.
Kawhi charged in trying to
See
get
what
a
they-
pick and paid for it with his life.
And speaking of Coalescence, we're gonna see the rally. However, two picks.
Oh, a
Then
fat
that
shatter.
Shatter. Gonna get 3 down. They're gonna push on in with it.
There
There
it
you go.
goes.
They let the res
And
come
there
off on
goes the
Connor.
defense.
However, even with this take, I mean, wait, it might not even be a take. We do have the Zarya coming in to try to contest, getting pocketed. by the
And she's
Valve.
gone.
Yeah, gonna pull on back there. And I mean, you'll barely have an edge here. You have a little bit over a minute over your opponent at the moment. You do have 4 ults. Your opponent, though, can get grab dragons and tire once they get in this fight. Yeah, gotta be prepared for that. I mean, you know the Hog
And
has
an early
very, very
grab.
good
Grab coming out early.
Grab and Coalescence coming out. Only seeing 2, however.
That's
Another
that's a
grab.
kind of questionable
Fire.
grab because they didn't have anything to get
And
there in
a
time to
double.
follow up on it.
Double for the Hanzo ZF. Very impressive.
I'm about to say, Grab Dragon's still strong, folks. It may not be Season 10 no longer, but it can still be used effective. You gotta keep an eye out. But we are gonna see Castillo back up, and the little bit of time advantage they had is going to be slowly drained away here. Their opponents do have Shatter still, and could easily shut down a secondary push.
Huge hook on the Zarya.
Zarya is taken out by Buttertooth.
Very early pick, however, you still gotta keep in mind, Shatter can be a dangerous tool.
Stunned
but
out of
Shatter shut
it.
down.
They do have the coalescence from Hawk here if he wants to use it.
And the Dragons once
Dragon.
again very quickly. Dragons, we're gonna see another
And
pick.
there,
however,
and there goes ZF's push.
I
Zarya
mean,
is
all they
still
have to
here
do
though
is
with
play
Moira.
stall, though. Just get some stall going. Lucio, Hammond, get that rolling to the point. You already have more time than your opponent. And you're already stalling out with the Moira a bit as well, giving your team some time to come back.
The whole hog coming
Gonna
out.
Push. Gonna push the Mercy back.
Colin
Trying
switches to
keep
the emergency Doomfist.
I knew.
He's telling him what time it is.
Yeah.
Gets nothing
Oh,
though.
gotta get completely blocked. We're gonna see the Shadow once
Ooh.
again stunned out. However, we're gonna see Zed and Castillo fighting on the point. It's gonna be a battle of who can get the most limbs.
It's a
here
war
at
of
this
attrition.
point. It does look like. Oh, Zed gonna get almost got a res in the middle. Won't get it here. as
Another
Team White-
fast time for Castillo. They're only about a minute
I mean-
behind after that. Really fast one from ZF.
Score 2-2.
And I mean, hello, honey.
Nani?
Initiating match.
We're now in the tied 2-2 here on Volskaya here. So we're going to see, what is it, Castellito now on offense.
Yep, and I mean, both of these teams very impressive times. You know, only losing about half the clock overall,
Ready for
and
battle.
they've both kept their times pretty close to each other. So this one's neck and neck to start off.
Yeah, definitely. And Castellito living up to what they usually do. Very aggressive on offense, going with the I'm going to punch you in the face, not care about it type thing. And we've got ZF here going the very careful route of sticking to the point, not being too aggressive on searching for kills. just sticking to the control point and the choke point here on Volskaya. Very smart for their part, and they also have a Pharah now running on this map.
A
So
pharmacy.
we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes for them.
Coming from the sky, gonna rain down some justice from above. This time, once again, it worked last time on the attack, so we'll have to wait and see if it works on the defensive. As I mean, Steel already pushing to the far right, getting spread a little bit there, not very much though, as it looks like.
Really,
They're
the
already
only thing
pushing
they
to the
have
point.
to deal with the pharmacy is the Roadhog hook.
Or even then, just, well, ignore
Mercy
it like they're
being
doing.
picked.
Okay.
Just get every other pick first.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
one. That's one way to counter a pharmacy. Just kill everyone else first.
Yeah, I mean, the pharmacy can't do anything if there's nothing to distract.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, once you take out
Yeah.
the rest of the staff, go for the doctor and the nurse respective. There you go.
There's not really any snowball potential coming in here, as they didn't have time to build up ults on either side, really. Except for Shatter coming out from Buttertooth here in a bit.
And I mean, they do have
Straight into the
there
shield.
goes Shadow, gonna go. Oh, but they're just knocking them off point. They're just being really, really aggressive. They've barely used 30 seconds. There you go, the beat drop as well.
Didn't drop in time to save Butter, though.
I mean, res by Zed. Oh, there you go. We're gonna see Coalescence on the side of Zed as well, just trying to keep it alive. No.
Dragon's coming out.
Gubbins takes his
Rally by
vape and
Dora.
survives.
Just trying to survive, but no. Literally, about
Wow,
a
okay
minute.
then.
That's all it took. I mean, yeah, we proved it here. Goats is still strong as all get out.
There's goats, dotes, snotes, Zen goats, Ana goats,
Just-
Moira goats.
Goats,
You get a
goats,
goat.
It sounds like a
You
ranch.
get a goat. Everybody gets a goat.
No, it just sounds like a ranch right now. I mean, okay, now we're gonna see if they pull the goats on the opposite.
Oh, they mirror comps, except for Griffin on the Ana this time.
We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, where's...
I mean, goats is the best way to counter goats, so go for it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And,
Can I ask
mean,
why Dark Train got kicked? He's a...
Oh, they needed to bring in one of theirs.
That's what I figured.
Castillo. Yeah, Castillo needed to bring in Shino.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Copy that.
And the comments say it best. Hashtag Goat War. It's just a war in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Brawl. That's basically what Goats is.
Mirror
In the
comps,
meta.
except for no Lucio on the side of Castillo. They replaced the Lucio with an Ana. So their goats is going to be a lot slower.
You know, it's just like that song. Look in the mirror. Whoa. Giant goats
I'm
brawl on the other side.
talk-
Yeah, it's
I'm
kinda-
starting with the man in the mirror.
What does it look like goats? It's both teams. Oh jeez, it's just gonna get off in a big old brawl in the middle.
Oh,
of the show.
Oh
we
my
get to Kawhi
goodness.
Fulton, but no, first pick for Zed though.
Kawhi
There you
was
go, they're gonna
anti
fight
and 1
back.
HP, but they couldn't finish him off. Butter's going to
Oh,
fall
nice
here, it looks like.
pulling. Yeah, gonna get hooked on in.
They do manage to take out Combat and sleep somebody, but they get instantly woken up.
Oh, a nice charge on the Gubbins as well. There you go, gonna take out the opposing hog with. Jesus, so much efficiency.
Oh
on the
my
picks they're going for
gosh.
here. Yeah, no.
And then a stagger on the killer at the end. Gets rid of that Zarya's
you know,
charge.
if you want to talk about swarm with goats, that's the way you do it. Just looks like a bunch of bees going after something. I don't even know. That's just
Honey,
where I was going.
pollen, food.
Something.
They
Some
switched
kind
to
of
the
thing is-
Orisa on the side of Castillo to try to counter this rush down.
Yeah, and there you go. Now they're just gonna come on in. They have
Orisa
two ults,
Bastion,
almost
okay.
four.
Orisa Bastion.
By the time you get it all set up, you might be a little late. There's Shatter. Grab coming out on the
There's
side
the
of
grab.
Castillo.
Nano boosted Gubbins.
Yeah, but they're gonna keep him up with the Coalescence on the side of Zed. Oh, never mind, not for long. The Bastion gonna help clean up a bit, but they do have three
Bastion
ults coming out
happened.
of it.
They don't have much heals though on the side of Castillo right now with Ana Brig, because if Brig's not hitting stuff, she ain't doing anything.
Yeah, but at the same time, you really don't gotta do much. I mean, the Bastion can self-heal enough. Gubbins can self-heal a lot. One Biotic's all you really need to keep a team up. At this point, you're just forcing them to come into you. And speaking of, there's
There's the
Grab.
grab.
grab, beat, armor, everything, all the ults on both sides.
They're gonna go in with the heavy
They have their
tanks and
tank
just try
form
and
from the
push 'em up.
Bastion with the supercharger.
Yep, the bongo of death comes out. That's gonna just make the Bastion even more deadly. Hiding off in that corner. Rally as well on the side of Castillo.
What a hook
You know,
on the
they're gonna be-
Colin.
And Zed is out of here. Castellito pushing up with a few people to try and just completely kick him out.
At this point, you quickly got to swap something. Goats is not going to work pushing into this Bastion, Brig,
Nope.
whatever the heck this comp is. No, get some high DPS. You got to
They've
get
got-
some vertical ground.
They've got Grav, Nano Boost, and Tank on the side of Castillo, and Shatter, Whole Hog, and Coalescence coming up here soon on the side of ZF. So about equal in terms of the number of ults.
I can already see where this fight is probably going to go. We're going to see that grab pulled out early since there's no diva on the opposition. You quickly just combo that with tank mode, nano tank. Yeah, no, that other team is going to go bye-bye. And then you'll have your whole hog ready for the next fight.
ZF actually switched off the Hog onto the Junk right now, so they just reset their ult economy there.
But they will have a lot more spam damage going into this as up there
There's
we
the
go.
grab.
Grav, Whole
We're
Hog.
going to be seeing the whole hog instead, but Coalescence is going to pop out. Nano Orisa. Interesting
Nano
choice.
Orisa
We'll
can
see where
output a
this
lot of damage too.
Oh,
So she's become a literal minigun, but grab on the side of Zed. We'll catch the
Grab.
Orisa. There goes the Dragon's already coming out.
It almost gets
That was
Hawk.
quick. Given Colin popping off getting 3. Connor gonna make it 4 for Zed.
Oh, where?
Tracer gonna get 5. I think the internet lagged, but that's okay. We are gonna be seeing Zed push the point. There you go, trying to make something happen here.
Gubbins has to get a huge stall on this Hammond here. Gubbins and Darth.
They're just fight. And I mean, there you go. They are fighting for their lives. There goes Brig. There goes Killer as well.
Here comes the
Here,
tank
Reese and Basher
form,
back.
but he
Tank
gets
mode gonna just get absorbed by
murdered.
Zarya.
He should have
Holy.
tanked while he was out of sight. That way he didn't have to go through the animation. Gubbins is careful.
now
He's
we're
gonna
just
roll into
seeing-
that trap.
Oof, there goes Buttertooth. Another just focusing on
Oh.
Gubbins' tire coming out as well.
Oh, killed by the seismic. That's a new one.
And we are going to see Coalescence on the side of Zed. They do have grab as well just to help grab.
Gets the people on point.
remaining bits of steel. There you go. And the Bastion up top going to get murdered. Who is left on this point? It's Griffin on the Moira. We're going to see this. Jesus, they're just funneling in one at a time. Just enough. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, there you go.
Go,
Gubbins
Gubbins.
gonna get knocked back. There you go. Gubbins
Oh.
trying to get in. Took too long. May holding off on the side. Taken out.
And
ZF does
cap it with about 15 seconds left on the clock.
Jesus Christ. That was just... You know, they quickly turned that around.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
Excuse me. Whew.
And now we're going to be entering round 5. I mean, this is the longest matchup we've had, at least from what I've seen so far in the season. Zed being a team of first here so far in the league. First draw overall, of course, in their game against Fluid. Now they're taking us to our first round 5 of the season. They're a team that definitely knows how to do some first. They really do know how to get first.
Oh,
So
jeez,
now
I'm
we'll
tired.
have to wait and see what we'll get out of both of these teams entering round 5, as Zed will attack first.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And we're still going to be seeing the goats set up here run by Castillo. I mean, best way to counter goats, lots of DPS. And I mean, I think they got a pretty good lineup going here, to be honest.
Have you seen
I
the counter goats meta coming out of Korea?
I haven't yet, actually.
Quad DPS.
I've been hearing about it, and I was about to say, just lots of DPS. Go for that
Mhm.
Junkrat, the Pharah, Hanzo. I mean, that could be a really good, just even
Yeah.
with 3 DPS, that's a lot of burst.
Mm-hmm.
With the Pharmacy, Moira, and the Ryan, you could run that very well. Kind of depends. But we will be seeing them push in, just going to put all the damage they can into that back line. Which I think is the best solution. Get rid of the supports as quickly as possible, because then you have nothing to keep up those big tanky bodies on the front. As now we're just seeing rocket after rocket. We're seeing Zed.
Oh, a
push the point.
huge pin onto
Nice.
Kawhi. And great
Oh,
focus
it's gonna-
fire coming out from Castillo to kill him.
Immediately focusing him down when they saw the chance. Not going to give him any opportunity to escape.
Combat's
Just
gonna
trying to
go get the
survive.
res off, but pay for it with his life again.
And Kawhi is the only one left on Zed at the moment. That's near the point. Eliminated it swift. Nope, that is a
Far is
full
gonna have to
gold.
touch install here.
Oh,
Ooh,
Farah will.
fuck.
Winston
Butter-
diving on in here.
Butter just throws out the shatter at nothing.
Kind of weird, but here we go. Can they touch? Yes, they will. The Mercy will get through. You can keep it going a little bit longer. Not gonna give it up quick.
Oh, well.
Coming out. It was.
And
Yes.
Castillo has to get one tick on first point to take Volskaya.
Score 4-4.
That's it. You can't really do much more about that. So now, just gotta hold.
Initiating match.
That's all you really gotta do. You just gotta hold.
Yeah, the chat they're saying
3:30.
Gubbins hooked Colin into contesting the point.
Yes, they did.
So if Gubbins
I mean,
didn't
but
hook
doesn't-
Colin, it might not have even triggered overtime. Yeah, it didn't matter in the long run. Yes. I think. Let me check.
Oh wait. I'll invite him
Yeah.
after this next one. It's good.
I'm friends with him.
Yeah. So I'll invite him after the next one, cause round 6. First
Round
time
6.
I've seen the rounds.
Attackers incoming.
I've played a round 8 before. Played.
I'd say Horizon was beautiful for that.
See, we've got Zed coming out with the triple DPS Hanzo Soldier Bastion on their defense.
Pretty understandable. I mean, lots of burst, and you know they're almost guaranteed to keep running a similar comp.
Yeah.
They've been running it almost the whole round, making a slight swap here, getting the. Never mind.
One.
Like the slight swap, no.
Incoming.
They
No one out
might
here.
be changing it up. Never mind. They're just gonna same old, same
So,
old.
I mean, it's
Just run goats, forehead.
strong, and I mean, we're seeing the triple DPS on the side of Zed. I don't know if the soldier will be.
The soldier
I don't
can.
know,
I think the soldier's more for sustained damage to drain healing resources.
which is understandable. You do have the Bastion. They're just firing from the
Mhm.
right side.
Bastion Hanzo up on the high ground. Soldier set up on point.
Yep, and the charge by Kawhi there, nice charge. We're going to see the Zarya knock the Bastion off the high ground.
But at this point, Castillo's down their hog, and probably, I'd say Hawk is probably low on healing, so they got to be careful about pushing in here.
Oh, and the charge by Kawhi, that could have ended up very poorly there, but not back just the next time. There you go.
Buttertooth almost has a shatter, but so does Kawhi. Nano boost coming out from Griffin.
We are seeing the Bastion flank around back. Oh, there you go. Going to deal with the Moira. Just knock him off at the Bastion.
Good
Top
block.
left, Shatter. Yeah, if it's
What a
blocked, we're seeing
block.
The Bastion sit up top left. The Hog is coming up there after him.
If Buttertooth gets good value with the shatter, that's game.
In the
Oh,
back line,
huge
we're gonna be
pick
seeing
from
Connor
Gubbins. And he gets the Reinhardt. That was the important one. He got the Reinhardt, and they canceled the res.
Coalescence. We are seeing the tag fires are immediately stopped.
He got
by the Hog.
hooked. It's looking like this is going to be it, unless Colin pulls off a miracle.
We'll have to wait and see. No, he doesn't touch. Oh, that's feels bad there. We will be seeing Castillo take map 1.
It was a
Gonna
very
boost their
close match
overall.
coming out.
Yes, they'll be improving their standings a little bit here with the first map. I believe that puts them. Yeah, they're 5-1, 5 draws in the season. Not bad, getting back up there, getting a win to start it off right. I mean, you can't get upset at that.
No, that was a great game from both sides. Killer really kept that energy up. Holy cow.
Alrighty.
About time you got here. Sheesh.
Hey, I went for an invite.
I'm just kidding.
That is not showing you on my list.
Brady, I will eat you.
When and where?
Hey, not on the stream. Hey, think if I edit you too. No, not on the stream. Oh, Lord. Where's
I'll make a fan fiction.
We'll talk later.
Make me spectate all.
Dark, are you even in the game? Oh, yeah, you are. There you are. Hello.
Yeah, after you kicked me out so rudely.
You know what? We needed a spot for Shino, so don't be mean.
Did we though?
Nah, yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Wow.
Shino's
You know
playing.
what? That's the way we can't have nice things.
No.
Let's see. Next map is Kings Row, correct?
Dark, you're on that. I'm watching the stream chat.
What?
You're in charge of reminding Chubby what map's next, because I played a game the other day in a different league where we played the wrong map first.
Oof.
It was supposed to be Kings, and we
Oh,
played
yeah.
Hollywood, and it was a big oof when we found out.
Oh, you mean like that? You mean the league where you got banned from OPT over?
No, was it that one? I don't remember if it was that one. I think it was that one. Yeah. Yeah. I was in the OPT for like a week.
Yeah, you chilled on training bots and then gone.
I was on
Right now,
Christina's team, whatever that was.
we're in a
Yeah.
brand new.
Well, after Christina left that, we called it training bots, and let's just say, we hit our glory days during training bots.
But I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
this is like a test season, so we can like
Yep.
fine tune the rules and figure out what we need to change and all that, or if we need to change
Ready
anything.
for later.
Yeah, unlike, basically, we can make mistakes here and not worry about it, but everything should be finalized by season 1. Yeah. And, I mean, if you make any rules, I mean, you can't get it with, you can't get it first try.
Look, so we have a sub in. We're gonna have Shino and Jimmy Dale jumping in for Darth. And
How many
Van.
teams will there be? How many teams will there be? There's 8 right now? 8 or 10?
Nope. And then we should
Why
have
don't-
3 more from the free agents.
At least for now, yeah, we have 3 from free agents. We might add more.
So we
later.
have
We're
eight
kinda waiting.
8 for the test season, and as of right now, we have 11 planned for season 1.
Oh, yep. Pretty
with,
much.
with plans to add more, most likely.
Yep. Well, I mean, you can't. I mean, the smart idea is that you don't add in teams throughout the season. I mean,
Mhm. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense because then they'd
Doesn't mean
it would fuck up
how would they fit in the
standings.
standings? Yeah.
I mean, that was a
Exactly.
big reason why we did the free agent teams, because if we didn't, they would be playing their week 1 matchups with only a week of warm up, like before, compared to all these other teams. That doesn't seem really
hmm
Yeah.
fair. You know, in the simplest way, it's just like, oof.
Yeah.
Oh, my shoulder hurts for
So-
some reason.
What do you think
also
we're gonna see
have-
here?
Mata is gonna come in for Connor, and we're gonna have Ox come in for Race. Yes. There we go.
I'm gonna guess we're gonna see 6 supports from one side and 5 tanks and a Lucio on the other side.
I'm not gonna take you up on that one. I think we're gonna see goats from ZF and goats from Castillo.
That
That
stinks,
would be-
Leopardox. He was gonna play. Someone in chat, Leopardox Gaming, was gonna play, but he was like an hour late for the draft, so he couldn't.
Poor dude.
That's a feels man bad. DJ Horn says this is Connor's best map.
Oof.
Let me see.
Poor
Let me check
Connor.
the match chat. Okay. Zed's ready. We're just waiting on Castillo.
Castillo.
Castillo. It's Castillo.
Calling it Castillo.
And also, Leopard Duck.
It's
don't
Oreo.
worry. Don't worry. You know, there'll be opportunity. Free agent teams still have at least 1 spot. Trust.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
still a couple of spots left, so don't
And-
worry.
Yeah,
We
and then
we do
some
open
free
scrims
agents.
and stuff throughout the periodically too for just whoever wants to join and play. So
Yeah. It's plenty of fun. You should hop in sometime. So long as Shelby isn't there. Shelby's so toxic.
yeah, dude, that chubby guy. Oof. I don't know if I can play with him.
So toxic.
Surprise.
His Earnhardt's so aggressive too. Like, you know, if he doesn't get enough healing, he just charges in and dies.
He feeds harder than Fraggy.
Whatever. You know what? We're going
He
to
feeds
map
harder than Govins Hammond.
Shaking my head. You know, we're gonna go straight into map 2. 1-0, Castillo, however you say it. Let's go. Yeah, you...
Now entering King's Row.
beautiful, beautiful view, of course, with the Christmas lights and the snow.
A big part about all of this, and about Kingshire in general, is that by the time you hit first point, it's really hit or miss if you're gonna be able to hold it in the streets.
I guess you never miss, huh?
Yeah, well, majority of the time people will miss.
You didn't get it, or you just chose to ignore it.
Strike.
He chose to ignore it. Alright, anyway. So, not goats from either side. Double sniper from ZF, though. See how that works out for him.
So, it looks like Castillo really likes these triple tank setups. Although Hog can halfway be a DPS.
Castillo really put emphasis on running more tanky comps at times.
So they're Team Switzerland.
I guess.
Team Switzerland from the World
You can
Cup.
say
Their
that.
motto was, when you make mistakes, more tanks.
You know, that's the kind of team I wanted to be
I
on.
mean, that holds a lot of... You know, I'll give you that one.
No, like the casters
But,
legit said
yes,
that the
I
Team
mean-
Swiss coach said that was their motto. You mess up, add another tank.
3, 2, 1.
And I'm just like, oh, okay.
What if they get 6 tanks?
Then you have 6 tanks.
Then they mess up again.
But I mean, here we go. We're gonna see Zed try to push in here.
They need a player on corners because of
Yeah.
Ox above.
Yeah.
I mean,
Double,
if he gets a pick,
yeah.
then this fight's almost won for him.
The double sniper from the attack is going to put a lot of pressure on Griffin to deal with both the Hanzo and the Widow from the other team.
And
Yeah,
Griffin
Speaking of, and I mean,
can only do so much. I mean, against 2, they're coming from both angles. They need something to contest Ox on the high ground eventually. Otherwise, it's just gonna be slaughter. Like Griffin does find Ox, but Colin picks 2, and it looks like Zed's just gonna win this point. With Killer the only one standing. He does have grab for next fight though, so he could possibly put a stall whenever Griffin gets his dragons. Gubbins is now on the Hammond, probably to contest Ox.
perhaps, yeah, I would assume that's what they're going for here.
The payload.
On the side is that if they have no defensive ult, so if they can grab at least, let's say, both tanks and a Moira, I mean, that's pretty much it.
I can't type
Ox
fast.
pop sights. Griffin needs to be careful.
Yeah, yep.
Hey, Griffin finds him through the infrasight.
Nice. Ox does, however, get a res, but they do not have res for the 16 fight.
And then
Ox
Ox
finds
takes
Jimmy
out
Dale.
Christina. Oof.
I
We
mean,
might see a grab here in a minute.
Mata gets Griffin. That's an aggressive Reinhardt
Mata
play right
does
there.
find
all their
Griffin.
players.
They need to give up ground at this moment.
Mata
Griffin
goes
almost has
charging
the
into the
dragons.
enemy team, goes into the subway for a little trip around London.
They're just spreading Castillo all over the place, and they're able to group back together. Ox does fight Killer.
Who is
Looks
Ox?
like
I've
that's
never
grab-
heard that name before.
He's also known as Gale from a few people.
Ah,
Nice
okay.
combo.
Yeah.
That I've heard.
Yeah. That's another account. He used, like a Smurf, I think. Yeah, that's his Smurf. Gale.
Gale Adelaide's
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
Oh,
Takes out
Ox
Griffin
does find Griffin
again.
again.
I mean, he just
They
popping
they
off.
need something to contest Ox. Just Gullens ain't diving him a lot. I mean, something must be done here. It's been a roll. Wow, it looks like Castillo swaps to the Ghost comp. Probably would put a saw. I mean, if nothing ever dies, what's the point of having a Widow in the first place? But they
Oh,
they
nice.
still have a Mercy, which is probably going to be the downfall of this comp in the first place.
I don't
And
know.
she'd
but I
almost
mean, they haven't had
a
any
Mercy's
issues.
almost never viable in the Guild's comp itself.
Christina switches to Widow here.
But hey, it's working pretty well. They going for it, and it's They.
Alex is just not even letting them get out of spawn.
Let's say.
It looks like he
this is
swapped to
literally
the dive comp.
I mean, you gotta remember, Ox is literally the same person that held Busan Drum on his own as free, getting a 4-piece
Jimmy Dale does find
a week
Ox.
ago.
Killer finds 2.
Speaking of, there you go.
Looks like with this dive comp, Ox will need a swap. Because he will be experiencing pressure from Jimmy and the dive tank, Govins and Butter.
I'm gonna quickly slide over to that Genji pick with the Hanzo. Both Shimadas are gonna be coming out. So 3
The
dragons.
Teriyaki brothers.
The Teriyaki brothers. Sweet.
Now that will change a lot with the Genji being out. Winston is considered a soft counter to Genji though, so.
But they definitely
Yeah.
can see it, and I mean, right now at the moment you do have Grab Dragon set up and ready to go if you can get it. Hamster
And
or
nothing
Come
to
out
eat
for
it.
Govins. Ox does find Jimmy.
no picks.
No,
And
Shino's
the
all
res,
alone.
the res tried to go through, but Shino must have fell or something because it got canceled.
Shino must have forced canceled because, I mean, who wants to deal with a Genji like that?
A res Collins, so Grab Dragons is back and ready to go. Gubbins is already 60 to another minefield.
They have-
They just cleared his last one.
He's at 75 now. Govins is just making him go all over the place. Well, looks like Collins will get picked. Oh, no. Butter narrowly avoids it using lunge.
I mean, just force
He's
him
got
out.
another
Govins is
minefield.
just-
He's just slamming and
Gubbins
rolling
is
away,
just-
building his ult.
Govins
That's
is
what
just
he
being
did.
a giant nuisance to the team. Ox does find Jimmy. Ox is now back on the Widow.
They're gonna slide
Looks like
back
he gave up
the-
on the Genji.
We're not
The
gonna
gr-
get anything.
The
in
grab
the-
got caught on Gubbins, and Gubbins got immediately charged out of it. It's just unfortunate for
Griffin does find Kawhi with the
Kawhi
hoop.
there.
Ox
Hey,
does
Gale
pick
take, yeah, Ox
Christina.
takes Jimmy again. And Killer.
Ox.
Just clicking the heads.
One tap tap tap.
The Summer Sniper Comp is really working for ZF at the
Oh.
moment.
Good
nice
shatter.
shatter
from
by-
Motto.
Shatter and a
finds
vacuum
Gubbins.
pin.
Gonna get 3.
Butter does
Or-
Butter does fall too.
There you go. Gonna get 4 in total. You only got 2 left on the side of Castillo. Gonna pull out the Mercy.
Colin takes out Christina again. Christina's
Here
having a
comes
rough
the
time
grab,
dealing with these
finds
double
one,
snipers.
which is Kawhi.
Solo grab. Not gonna get anything. The coalescence will come out to help save him here on the point. Plus the plastic shields.
Kawhi gets booped, it
Govins
looks
does
like.
find Kawhi. He just spin around on point. What Hammonds are good at. So you need to get rid of Mata because he overextended. I mean,
I need to punish
get him
that.
back.
Not quite.
We were able to punish that. Actually, no. Killer does find Mata, and then
Colin
he
takes
does
out
get
Griffin.
res, but combat this gets picked by Gubbins. Jimmy finds Ox, and that's the end of that push.
Shino does get taken out by Mata, but the fight was over, so at that point it didn't really make a difference. Just
Shino will be able to
extra
come
charge.
back, and they won't be able to snowball because of spawn advantage.
I mean, to be fair, all you really got to do at this point, you're close. You have grab, you have dragons, you have shatter, and you have the vow. You have a lot.
However,
of
at the moment, they have nothing to combo with grab except for coalescence.
Man,
Ox
Christina
finds
gets
Jimmy.
taken out in the Widow again. Ox is just
There you go. Valk is coming.
Ox
out.
is something else on the Widow.
yeah, that he is.
Just any hit scan we've seen him on.
Oh, the coalescence
Oh,
gets
huge shatter coming
canceled by
out.
the shatter. That's unfortunate for
Dragon
Griffin.
Cancelled. I heard that.
Team. Very good idea. There you go. Gonna get 2 with the grab. Gonna get another with the Moira orb. You're already taking out half your opponents. You have the Valkyrie.
Oh,
Mercy
Shino
up
going
above.
Battle Mercy.
Just trying to fly around and just stay alive. That's kind of the goal. Rip,
Ox
rip,
finds
rip.
2. Colin picks out Killer.
Get him, Shino. Kill him.
Govins still running around on point. Butter
Gubbins
back
is
on
just
it.
doing Hammond things.
Just
Shino
spinning
being
around.
extremely slippery. Jimmy down on Tracer. Killer on the Doom Post.
Oh, rip Zarya getting booped off once again.
Gubbins does get pinned. Drops minefield and gets
Govins
out.
does get
Never
pinned.
mind, he doesn't
Minefield
get
comes
out.
out.
Dragons
Oh,
on the
here
cart,
comes Dragons.
At the point, gonna clear him off for just a slight second. Now
and we are in overtime. Potential last fight
They do however send
territory.
them in overtime. Shino does res Killer, which could change this completely.
There goes Shino Coalescence out on the side of Zed. Here we go. They do have
Govins
Shatter
spinning
there.
on a point again. It's not
There goes
giving
the
it up.
Shatter.
Griffin sitting on there too. Almost C9 from ZF.
Oh,
Shatter gonna
boops,
miss.
boops him out of the shatter. Made it miss. Gubbins
Griffin
was
Tracer now
my.
on it.
Oh,
Griffin,
they
only
finally got it.
Tracer, and only Tracer and Mercy. Oh,
There
Butter
goes the
get back.
Winston, there goes
If Butter can get his
response
primal
coming
here,
in.
that'll be huge.
It will be, but I don't think he's gonna jump up, give him a little bit more space. Not a lot. They're still pushing forward a little
No,
bit.
nah, he couldn't quite get
Oh,
it.
Point
and-
finally cleared.
Gubbins is
Gubbins
back.
back on it. Oh, no, grab comes up.
They do get the grab. No.
And
We
they
are gonna
kept it
have
all
this.
the way.
Great, almost, just barely there. Whew.
Gubbins is just doing Hammond things.
Good, yeah, Gubbins is doing Hammond things indeed.
Just going around and around and around and around. That's all you gotta keep doing. Never give up.
Looks like we're seeing
Uh,
dive tanks again. Ox back on the Widow. Triple dive tank. Dotes, maybe?
Goats. Why do we live in a world with goats and goats and snoats?
Because
bloats.
people wanted to break their exhaust, obviously.
Like I just don't get it. Just dang, we're gonna see.
Alright, running on Moira. Yes. So, if I'm gonna be right, I believe Zedef is gonna be holding high ground because they're double snipers. So, running a Moira would be...
Kind of a strange pick, but I mean, you
Yeah.
can keep them with the tanks.
What I would do here if I was ZF is I would have Widowmaker and Hanzo sit up on the high ground where Orissa's usually bunker. One of them there and one of them back above point, and then have the tank set up on point.
Yeah, but
That would work completely. And the... Or,
Or-
like they're just gonna
yeah.
hold a point.
Or I'd have one of the snipers set up where I'm at, and one of them set up above point on either side, and just set up a crossfire there for when they push in.
Collins at a nice spot.
But so there's a. lot
Where's
of different
Ox
ways
at?
you-
I did not see him.
You're just gonna chill him. Just kind of relaxing somewhere where Widow's perch.
I don't see him either.
Spite.
Oh, there he is. He got there just in time.
Oh,
The spider's laying.
I was trying to find him.
Yeah.
Nope.
Gubbins
Oh,
goes
Gubbins
right in
goes
on him.
after. Oh, it looks like they're gonna be focusing him
He
down.
is going to be
Not a
able to
bad
get
idea.
out though.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Gubbins. Are they gonna snowball?
Gubbins and Killer are. Gubbins is down and Killer is DMAC, so that should be pretty much the end of this push for Castillo.
Yeah.
Not as it.
There you go. Their 2 tanks are gone. Make it the
Ah.
Lucio as well.
Ox finds Shino.
Ooh,
Jimmy
Chris-
does find Ox, however.
Well, Ox has sights up too.
And I'm going to be completely honest, in this scenario with the team you're facing here with all the sniper damage plus the charged Zarya and Ryan, I really think you gotta go triple support over triple tank. You maybe go Winston Diva if you want to keep that going.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, the Widow ain't exactly working out, honestly. Ox is just getting too many picks over the Widow that they got over Jimmy Dale.
But so this sniper war has definitely been in the favor, as said throughout. And there you go, gonna win it again.
Yeah, right there again, proving the
Another
point.
one bites the dust.
Looks like they're gonna fall back to their normal, maybe goats perhaps. No, Jimmy Dale is now in the Sombra. Maybe gonna try looking for hacks, get a hook
Triple
off.
tank, same supports. You are running the Sombra though to do a little bit of something.
A Sombra, however, does not do a lot of damage, and that's something Triple Tank lacks.
Yep. I mean, you don't have a lot of. You do have the hog to try to help compensate a bit, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Shatter gets blocked by a Zarya bubble, I think.
Yep.
And we're gonna see the coalescence come out just blasting on the hog. There you go. Finally get.
Why he does find Gubbins. I don't think they'll be able to get out of this. No, they're gonna get cornered.
Help
Oh,
their corner.
no.
Oh, good. That's a counter charge. Effectively, they're gonna push right into the tiny room. Picks
And
for days.
that's... Oh, I didn't even know this really existed. The more you
I
have...
honestly think you got to get another DPS in there, especially with. Yes, we know Gubbins Hog can at times be a DPS in a sort of sense, but in this current case, you're getting too many picks falling against you at this point. Like, you're getting too much falling against you at the start of every fight. Almost every engagement has started with 2 picks with the Castillo, but however, there you go. Oh, we are
Oh,
going to be seeing
Mata does
instead-
fall to Griffin. Oh, huge
Grab
grab.
Dragon.
Here comes the Dragon.
Oh,
Awesome, amazing.
That's Pot G.
Shino just barely not having sound barrier to save that.
That is Pot G.
That was beautiful.
Beautifully
Oh, that
executed
was-
Grab
Quiet
Dragon's
and
combo
Cullen
from the side of ZF.
Quiet and Cullen going hand in hand, saving that team fight for ZF.
That was beautiful. I just
Beautifully
don't know how you did
executed.
Running a Mercy is a bit weird for the comp that they aren't running. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I figured. Well, I mean, you can't really run an Ana against two snipers like that.
No, you cannot run an Ana.
Gubbins comes
I
out
mean,
with
to
the
be
whole
honest,
hog and
I would
gets
expect for the
melted.
Brigida to come out. Killer, unless we get picked by Ox.
Buttertooth is alone on point, getting no support from anybody. They were all pinned back because of the double sniper. They couldn't go up at there. Yeah, words are fun. They couldn't go
I
up there.
mean,
Helden sterben nicht. Helden
Yeah,
sterben
but there we go. I mean, this fight does look like it's going into Zed. They're gonna full hold here, it looks like.
The beat does
the
go
fight
off,
could change.
Yes.
and the Gubbins gets solo grabbed and then charged.
Nah, both take. I'll take
It's
Super
just the three
Killer's down.
supports. It's just the three supports
Killer's
stalling
still in
point.
there, I believe.
Yeah, and there we go. We're gonna see the coalition come back on the side of Zed to Shatter
Oh,
as well.
Shatter comes out, takes Killer. Butter is back, however. Gubbins is back on the Hammond. And almost C9.
Another dragon coming out from Colin.
Only Gubbins, and that is it.
Very
Yeah,
impressive
the full
defense
hold
from
King's
Zed Zed coming out on King's Row. Man, I'm struggling with words tonight. I'm just
nice defense from Zeta.
yeah. This is gonna be the grab dragons.
Oh, definitely.
That was
That would have been a
beautiful.
1 point for them otherwise.
That was beautiful.
I mean, the beautiful Grab Dragons. I mean, you know, it may not be season 10 anymore, but dang, that you can still put in some good work.
60% scope accuracy with 30 scope critical hit.
Jeez.
God dang.
Jeez.
Just, Jesus.
Ilios is next, Chubby.
The boop capital of the world. Let's go.
Winston
we
D.
actually have-
Desire, Brig, Moira, Lucio equals Ox not killing anything.
We are gonna see Zed here moving up to 4 and 6 and 1. There you go. We're gonna get another one in the column for them. I mean, they've been pretty fierce, I will say. I mean, like, their record may not show it, but their games have been pretty good throughout the season so far. Just another one of those teams that got a kind of rough start, you know, to kick things off. So, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see if they can continue, you know, that same performance we saw entering map 3.
Very nice double sniper from.
Bro.
ZF ran that double sniper really well.
Oh, but there's Hawk jumping back in. Hello.
Both Hawks are going in.
Cack. Hawk v Hawk. Who's the better Hawk? Let's go.
Band of the
We'll have
Hawk
to
and
wait
Red
and see.
Hawk.
We'll have to see what we're gonna see on the side of Castillo.
I'm
also
disappointed
gonna
I
see
haven't seen.
Marley.
Marley in for a combat.
I'm disappointed I haven't seen 5 tanks in a Lucio yet.
You never know. This is Elios, definitely a boop map. You know, you could run the hook and halt with it. You know,
Yeah,
and then maybe
on
run that
well, you
Diva
just-
with it as well.
On well, you run Lucio and then Orisa, Hog, Diva, Hammond, and Zarya. Boom.
I mean, there you go.
What
Perfect.
if you?
There's your team comp.
It is a very good Orisa player, but he's more known for his Reinhardt.
Or if you want to be evil, just Doomfist, Sombra. You know, maybe the Pharah. Then you go double support, Orisa. You know, something like that could be really evil, or just even just the Doomfist Farah bring in the hook and hold. That could be evil.
Doomfist Farah
to
dive
Lucio.
is a lot of quick pick potential.
Just bam, bam, bam.
He just uses his
Slam
elbow
balance, man.
rocket and then someone's deleted. And then
Oh
if you
yeah,
have
the
a-
slam balance would definitely be interesting.
I
Jesus
want
Christ, that sounds
I want a
scary.
team I'm on to at some point do the Team Finland Slambulance spawn camp.
Jesus, I've heard of this like evil thing. I just never
Alright,
seen it.
let's give a shout out to Bro Gamer who's watching this while being comfy in his bathtub.
Nice.
What? Nani?
But yeah, no, the Team Finland Slambulance spawn
Understood.
camp it's on like escort maps like Rialto, and when the clock hits like 3, they just speed boost right up to the spawn doors, and just camp you.
Oh Jesus.
It took South Korea like
I
two
mean,
and
you
a, like
can't
two and a
cap
half.
point if you can't get
Yeah.
out of spawn.
It took South
You're
Korea
right.
like 2.5, 3 minutes to break out of spawn, and then they still had another fight before they could take point 1 because Team Finland could respawn before they could get it.
That just sounds evil. Why
Well,
would you do
it would have worked better, but 15 seconds into the first attempt, the servers went down and the game lagged out.
Okay, well,
and
we're gonna have
that kind
a
of
moment for this.
was rough on Finland.
Chubby,
But-
shut down scrimshot.
I won't lie. Like, huh? What?
Check it. I can't tell if this is getting bad or not.
I mean, it's those two, so I mean, they probably do that a lot.
Alright.
But right now we're
I'll be
waiting on-
watching it.
They were just waiting a little bit here on Castillo. As we're just kind of chilling for a moment.
Oof.
Do.
Original slam was Lucio Moira, yeah. Lucio Moira, Ryan Zarya, Diva Hog. Good old
I'll
Slambulance.
spook. I'll spook.
I personally like Slambulance better than Goats.
It kind of depends, yeah. I mean, yeah, no, I think they're just joking. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm about to say. But we're just kind of taking a little moment here to chill, and I guess as we look along a little bit towards tomorrow, we have one more game this week. We're gonna have Bloodborne versus Arctic tomorrow at 1 CST. Earliest game we've had so far in the season. I'm kind of wondering how that'll affect the things that happen.
Uh-oh. The plot thickens.
I can't tell if I'm hungry or sick.
You're both. Always assume the worst. Except for if you're chubby.
What, Nani? You wanna fight Dirk?
Shino.
There we go.
Shino with the
Yeah.
emotes.
Shino being toxic, killing ban Shino.
Can we get hashtag
ban
ban
everybody.
Shino in the chat?
Like, let's just ban everyone in the server. There we go.
No,
Yeah.
just
Let's ban
Shino.
half the server. I'm been talking about this forever. Why can't we ban half the server?
Let's just get hashtag ban
Well-
Shino going.
We don't have the Infinity Gauntlet. We can't like just snap and ban half the server. I don't think that's how that works.
But
Well, if it did, it would take way too long than just doing a snap. Like, that's just way too
Bet.
much time. Jesus H. Christ.
I know how you can do it in a
Okay,
snap.
there we go. Okay, there we go. We do have a sub for Castillo.
Castillo.
Cupcake will be coming in for Ban. Quesadillo.
goddess.
You know, we can just keep going.
I'm gonna correct you every time you say it wrong, because that's just who I am.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do it on purpose
Yeah.
now.
Anna can't slam because she moves at the speed of a sock.
Alright. Oh my god.
The name for Slambulance
What?
comes from slamming the opponent. Anna can't slam because she moves at the speed of a sock.
But socks can't move. Right?
Exactly. Neither can Anna.
Okay, we are finally going to be entering map number 3. Ilios, the boop capital of the world. We are tied up at 1 map apiece. Let's go.
Ill, Ilios.
A potato wearing a sock. Okay, understood.
And there's a potato wearing a sock. Oh, that just makes it worse. I mean, but if you nudge that potato, then it starts rolling.
Hold up. Is it potato or potato? Which one is it?
That's an argument
No,
we
it's
don't need to get into.
Castilos.
Castillo O's as we enter light. Of course, Lighthouse is first once you mention anything sounding like Lucio O's. So there you go. If we don't see any boobs, I'm gonna be a little sad. You know, come on.
I mean,
we
at
Beyblade
least
meta. Good old Beyblade meta.
are we gonna see 2 Bastions?
Please? The Battle of the
No.
Bastions? There was a contenders game the other day where they had the Battle of the Torbhammers on point, and whoever won was supposed to take the point.
What up? Are they gonna run triple
mean-
DPS?
Perhaps.
Soldiers.
When your opponent's been running a
Weird
lot of
comp
TK
from
comps,
ZF.
Yeah, I would think you would run triple DPS at some point. I mean, just
Or
to
just run a Reaper.
keep on top of that. Triple
Yeah,
G.
Reaper. Yeah, Reaper changes
Reaper
all that.
Gingu, and then get an Ana for the Nano Blade.
Killer Nala and McCriddle. See how that
McChrystal
works for him.
And I mean, we do have the Lucio, so some boops could be inbound.
Are we gonna see
Castillo has-
McCree Hanzo, perhaps?
Round 1.
Reaper on both sides.
No. Double Reaper.
The edge lords
Nope.
have come to
Triple
town.
support coming from Castillo.
And then they've got Hammond and Hog versus Ryan and Hog in the tank battle.
So double op supports on the side of Zed, and they're already to point because of
Bullet
oh,
gets
geez.
picked by Gubbins. That's
Taken out early.
bigger. Ox
Ki-
is-
Killer's
Ox.
Killer's
Butter
being
gets Red Hawk.
Oh, that's an early shatter. Holy cow.
Butter gets shattered in about 0.2 seconds.
He gets it and uses it.
You blinked and you missed, but he already popped it. Holy shoot!
God. Butter. That's
All right.
certainly something.
Okay then,
All right,
Butter.
Go off, boy, go off. And there you go. Now we are going to be seeing Ryan,
Yeah.
Zarya, Hanzo, Grav Drag coming
I
in.
think-
Let's go.
Yeah, Castillo's probably running the Brig in a DPS slot. Because Brig can be used in a tank as support or a DPS slot. Just depends on which one you
For
need.
damage to shield bash, that's a little bit harder. But
Oh,
definitely
Jesus.
possible. Red Hawk.
They're just pushing straight in.
And they get 3
Three
picks
picks.
immediately.
Killer
Killer-
does find Red Hawk, however. Cupcake in there all alone, getting bullied. Oh, Gubbins popping ult, finds the one. Ox is fine. Cupcake
Lucio's
does
still
fall.
alive there on the outside. There you go. Come on, Marley.
It's Gubbins versus
3v1, come on, Gubbins, you can do it.
Gubbins, I was about to say,
Gubbins.
Gubbins, if you don't win that, you're throwing.
But then you do have
well.
Griffin coming out on the Lucio.
Oh, Butter's
Oh.
back.
Butter's back. That's a blade coming out.
Yeah, but ain't gonna matter here as Hawk and Ox gonna combine for a triple. Clear the point.
Did Butter spawn with Shattered? He's got another one, dude.
Another one.
Another one, in the words of DJ Khaled. Someone in chat. I miss when Diva used to be able to kill herself with self-destruct.
Res coming out.
He's telling him what time it
High
is.
noon from Killer, picks one,
Look at
Killer
you,
picks
pussy.
two. That
Huge
comes out, they
beat
need
saves
it.
Butter from the dragons.
Red Hawk getting bullied by Cupcake.
By
Oh,
Cupcake.
there goes Red Hawk. Gets spooked. Colin kills himself. Oh no, Griffin.
Griffin gets credit
Griffin
for it.
boots off Colin.
You know, this battle has definitely has gone around back to the favor of Castillo. However, we do see both support also right on the side of Zed. They almost have their blade as well.
They do
Right.
have.
Castillo does have two support ults.
Two- yeah,
however,
two
and
technically
Gubbins
support
almost like the
ults.
whole hog, which is a very good ult, especially on this point because of the close quarters. you're either you're getting booped out of the
Ooh,
map,
huge
or you're
pick on
getting
Ox
killed,
to start off this fight.
Yep.
Because he was going to build up
or you're getting
Blade.
put into a corner.
But I mean, you gotta
Nice
go in
stuff.
now. It's already beyond
Block
the point
Shatter.
of no return, Shatter block. Still have
Shatter
coalescence,
block.
though.
And then
Red
you have
Hawk
Griffin
gets
pulling out, or not Griffin, Killer pulling out Mick right click.
Great
But I
click.
mean,
And
Ox is back
solo
with
hold,
Blade,
come on.
and nope, he got hooked.
And
caught in midair. Big F.
I love the Mick right click coming out from Killer.
This is first one.
Bro, Horn, I miss Scatter Arrow too. Scatter was broken, but Storm is brokener.
They're both
Storm
evil.
is brokener. No,
However,
it's
if
just
I had to
that
pick the
Scatter
lesser two
was
evils, I'll
decently
pick
balanced. Stormer was just stupid.
Scatter was semi-balanced because it was randomized on whether you
Yeah,
hit all of your
randomized-
shots or not. Storm Arrow,
randomized
good
and-
Hanzos are just going to kill you. So not
No,
me, I'm
any
not going to
decent
kill you.
Hanzo that knows how to aim blank range will definitely kill you. Any tank.
I mean, Scatter was an abomination, you're right, but so is Storm Arrow.
I mean, either way, in the right circumstances, you're one-shotting out a resource, are you?
They're playing
Yeah.
a Pharah against Killer's McCriddle. I mean, Killer really showing what he could do on the McCree.
Hey, the way
Buttertooth now into Orisa,
the way to
able
kill
show off
Pharah
what
now
he's
is
got.
just aim up in the sky and fan the hammer, and then roll and do it again.
Did they really make McCree that OP now? Like, Jesus, I've heard
Yeah,
I
fan the
mean,
hammer
how do
can
you
one-shot
s-
tanks
like, bro.
again.
Oh, Jesus.
Phantom Hammer cannot one-shot tanks. I have no clue what you're talking about there.
Okay, it can do like 400 damage.
It does
Well, either way,
quite
there
does
goes
quite a bit of
Orisa and
damage,
home.
but
A nano boosted fan the hammer, a Winston ult has 1,000 health, right? If you
Yep.
nano boost a McCree, and he fan the hammer, roll, fan the hammer, ults to reload, fan the hammer, he can kill the Winston from full health.
no, you can kill the Winston
That's a lot.
regardless of that.
Oh, well, that's not important. What we are saying is we are going to see Zed.
Yeah, no,
be
but that
the
would be a waste
first
of an
flamers
ult, so
of
you'd
the
practically
point.
be training ults.
Yeah. Well, fan the hammer
Yeah.
is ridiculously overpowered again. But anywho,
I would not call it launch Phantom Hammer at all, because
Hey, that's not important. What we are looking at here is Zed holding back towards the well.
I mean,
You know, they
I
have
would.
this fucking ult ready.
not really much ults coming
I
out from
feel
either
as
side,
if
except
that
for
Phantom Hammer was
Kawhi's whole
necessary
hog.
because Cupcake going in there alone.
Yeah, but
Marley
we're gonna
does
see
find
Marley-
Griffin.
Marley, there you go. We'll get the
the
first pick
Gubbins
out
pulls
here.
out his
with-
whole hog. As soon as Kawhi's
Top
ends,
stealer.
pretty much.
Ops
There you go.
finds
They're just gonna take
Cupcake.
over real quick.
Killer
Here,
really
too
needs
early.
to focus the Pharah. Oh,
Speaking
Sheena
of Fox-
finds Colin using Battle Mercy.
Ooh.
I
Killer's
knew
telling him
coming
what
from-
time it was, but he gets canceled by Ox. So it must have been
Marley.
11:59.
Or 1201. Just doesn't work
1201,
out.
either way.
Oof. Big F.
Oh,
Fox
huge
finds 2-3.
barrage.
But it does mention knockoff
Huge.
Hawaii, but
Big chunky
they
justice.
really
It's so huge. It's huge. Huge.
they really need to get rid of the Pharah.
I mean, you got to do something. Double DP, like I think, double hit scan, get the Moira, everything. Focus on the far.
The
They do
Pharah has
swap to the
been
soldier from
Castillo's
Killer's
biggest
McCree.
issue of capping this point.
And oh, there's the rally, and the hiding from the back lines. Got to help zone out.
I knew
Does get
find
Griffin.
Griffin.
We'll get Griffin.
I guess Griffin found out what time it was.
So I mean, that's already an early
Still
pick in the
running
favor
around
of Zed.
uncontested.
They do have
Oh,
the.
Shino
Shino
takes
takes
out
Ox.
Ox.
Cease your resistance.
However, you lost your Brig as well, so both supports down on the side of Castillo.
Oh,
Never mind.
Moira does get picked by Gubbins, however.
So does
Oh,
And
okay.
Cupcake.
Going down
Cupcake
again.
just fall to Kauai.
Shino gets
Bongo.
another
Shino
kill.
picks Red Hawk. Shino's
Shino
best
with
battle
2 kills
battle
in the
mercy.
Valk.
And they get a stagger off of Colin.
And I mean, even then, though, you gotta look at Zed's ult advantage going into this next fight. Literally, they have 3 ults. They did swap one of their
Close to
remaining
4.
ults out for the Mercy, and of course, the barrage is really close, gonna boost that up with the Mercy. The
They do
powers
have
of
attack
Snow
visor on the side of Castillo, though, so that can take out a pharmacy pretty quick, especially with the Shino
And
pocket.
they do have a defensive ult, sound barrier.
Mhm.
That should be up by the
Castillo's
time
Bongo
Off
coming out.
gets.
Oh, rip.
Yep, Hawaii does find Govins. Sound barrier comes out.
Bullet
Yeah,
gets
the beat will
away
come
with
out
like 20 health.
Way too early though. As we are gonna see Zed try to
They
fight
do manage
back.
to take out
Killer
Kawhi,
does
and
pick
Cupcake
Hawaii.
is trying to 1v6.
Cupcake does get picked.
Ox
mean,
is back
we have
above
this
their
nice little
team.
Evenish fight going on here. We are seeing, yep, the Pharah trying to get ready to barrage. I knew him barrier on
I
the
need
side of
coming
Zed.
out.
Yep.
Ox finds Shino. However, does
Yep.
not manage to finish up his barrage.
I don't
Colin
think it
takes
matters.
out
Colin
Butter.
finds Butter.
And Killer trades
Killer
Ox
just
for
has
it.
pick
Equalizer
Red Hawk.
almost.
Gubbins throws out the whole hog.
Govins is popping
Gets
it.
melted.
Govins gets picked by Ox.
He's going. Griffin just.
Steel is barely holding on.
They are now we're seeing Zed push towards their spawn, trying to get him, take advantage of the whole point.
Butter is coming back on the Reinhardt.
Griffin is still alive
this
as
one
well
out.
on the Reddit Lucio.
Alright, Lucio.
Oh,
Shino
there
does
goes
get
Shino
picked
once
by
again.
Ox again.
Oh, Butter almost into the well. Gonna barely get saved, cut on the corner. Tack is out.
Tax is out.
And it looks like Castillo
That's two.
might hold this.
Yep, and sorry, the doctor's out. and so is
Just
the-
barely. That was huge. It was
That's a
amazing
huge
hold
stall.
right there. They just need to make sure he doesn't get on there. Oh. Cupcake does pick Colin. Oh, gets
Shino
pinned.
with another
Oh,
kill.
Shino.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just trying to get back, not gonna happen. Castillo. Oh, well, wait, maybe.
Oh,
Another barrage.
What was-
Barrage comes out. Gets
That was-
picked by Gubbins.
That was a weird barrage.
Zed's able to
Okay.
hold on. They need to get rid of Marley. Oh,
Beat coming
No,
out
need
from
to
Griffin
get-
in celebration.
and that is it.
So close, but it is gonna be 2-1
Yeah.
in favor of
Very nice
Castillo.
shot from Castillo dealing with the far. Soldier was a nice swap with the tack visor.
Play of the game.
Butter does get play with his 5 seconds.
It's gotta be his
Earth
10
shatter.
second shatter. Oh my gosh, he was at 4%! What?
4%, and he
went from
gets
50
all
to
of that.
100, dude! He went from insta 50 to 100. Oh my gosh, he built up a shatter in the PUBG.
And all my years, like, and all my time being
Oh
in
my
Overwatch, I've never
gosh.
seen a Ryan get ult that fast. I'm honestly
I need to make
impressed.
sure Chubby didn't rig this real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
No, that's legit. That's legit.
I mean,
I
he
just
booped the
checked
Hammond off the
game
map with the
details.
charge.
God damn.
That's
That's
600 health.
legit.
Oh my
From
gosh.
50 to 100. God damn.
He booped the Hammond off the map, which is 600 health of ult charge. Jeez.
Probably. That was nice.
I just, Jesus H Christ, that was.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
gosh, dude.
I mean, wow.
He was at 4% when the pot G started, and then he built it up and used it before it was over.
It was like.
Oh, that's amazing play by Butter.
Oh my god, that's the fastest shatter
Much
I've ever
deserved.
seen.
I just.
Oh my
Damn.
gosh, dude.
Much deserved, indeed. I think we're gonna see the Widow again on Dorado.
Oh yeah.
Yep, we're going to Dorito, my favorite map.
Yeah.
No.
As someone said in the chat, I can't remember who, DJ Horn. It's a good thing for Castillo that they won there, because if they would have went to Ruins, Ox would have been on the Widow, and that would have been a lot tougher.
That would have been scary.
That is a really good point.
Let's see, now we're just
However,
waiting to
now
see.
they're probably gonna be dealing with a Widow again.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'll be interesting to see how they choose to try to, I guess, disable the Widow is probably the best way to put it.
Alright, rolling for Cupcake.
Yep. And now we're just waiting on what Zed will do. We got another new member to the Overwatch League of Champions. Nice to see. Dabbity dab dab.
Dabbity dab. I love the name. I love it.
Oh no, that's not the name. That's just me going dabbity dab
Oh,
dab.
I'm
in real life.
disappointed. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I got you baited.
I'm
Debated.
sorry. Their name or their at.
Me from early combat coming back in. Looks like the Widow's gonna be. Looks like the Widow's gonna be present. Almost guaranteeing it.
Okay, yep. Combat in for Marley. want to keep saying marbly for some reason, but there we go. We did it. I will say, kind of excited to see what maps come out in the next stage of the Overwatch League of Champions. Those will be changing up for week number 4. Kind of excited to see where we go from there.
I know one of my friends actually came up with a kind of questionable strat for this map that lets you stall the payload, kind of like the Team Finland spawn camp. That little room that's right on the left of it, like right where on the left of where it starts. If you get like Orisa, Diva, Hog, and like Junkrat and a Moira and a Lucio, you just sit in there and you can contest the point from in there, and they have to come in there to kill you.
Oh, lordy.
And it guarantees you another fight for first point because you die right there with the payload at the beginning.
Hey, there you go.
We've never tried it, and I'm afraid to try it, but it's an interesting concept.
I would say it does sound pretty weird, to be honest. Sounds like it could work, though.
I wouldn't expect it.
Now we gotta see what the team.
Pingu the Newt Newt.
I knew.
Baby shark do 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 baby.
No, I ain't having that in my good Christian Minecraft stream.
What, you don't like the Baby Shark song?
It's evil. Why is it a thing?
Why did I get added in Discord?
Somewhere. Strokes chin. Okay, we are now ready for map number 3 or 4. I'm bad at counting. 2-1 Castillo. Let's go, Dorado. Last payload-esque map we saw. We got to see a full hold by ZF on Kings Row to get their first map of the series. Let's see if they can repeat it here. Pew, bada, pew, bada, do, do.
Initiating match.
Alright.
Oh, what?
A Bastion coming out from Castillo. They're really putting emphasis on it? Or is
It's
Chino
Shino.
trolling?
It's Shino. He's probably trolling.
You don't know. Sometimes they have run the Bastion before, so.
I started the hashtag in chat. See if it picks up.
Killer and a Junkrat. No?
6 and 5 and 2 masters, right? That's a 6. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Zed's lineup
Yeah.
good. There's 2 masters, 2 plats, and 2 diamonds. Yeah, that's good. I'm not bad at math.
Are you sure about that?
I think so, because that's 5 plus 6.
Exor is GM.
30 seconds.
Well, that's only another 0.5. That's 17.5.
Yeah, so they're good.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I thought I did the math right.
I accidentally invited Bolt Supper to the group. Won't kill me. Yep. One
Oh
GM,
my
one
gosh.
master, one plat, 2
they're
plats,
good.
and a diamond. Yep.
Ox needs
Yeah,
to
they're
pick
good.
something. Oh, he picks the McCree.
Griffin is playing the Bastion, so they weren't kidding.
Okay then.
Stop the payload.
Lord of the Wailord would
Oh,
approve.
Bolt Supper joined the group, guys.
Yeah, but they're like 17.5. They're good.
Kawhi is just getting melted down to half health right now.
Ox on the Widow again.
They're gonna have to break that shield before they can do anything to that Bastion. And they're pretty much relying on the Hanzo to do it by himself. Oh,
I don't.
flank Bastion.
Oh, Butter coming in hard. Does get picked, however, Killer does find Ox. Right now, it's looking
Oh.
in favor of.
Huge
Sheena
charge
needs to
from
watch
Hawk.
out.
He charges
Oh,
back to
Roman
his
just managed to
spawn.
res that. However, she does get picked.
Griffin
We need to
charges
get rid of-
back to their spawn and manages to take out the flanking Griffin Bastion.
Nice. Extra P has left the
Oh
game.
wait.
Colin already almost has dragons. And Hawk has
Wait a
Shatter.
minute. Goodness.
Gets blocked though.
They do
What
have
a block.
Transcendence now.
And Shino
Right.
takes out Ox. Okay, Shino.
Shino is dead. Oh, nope.
Shino's gonna trans.
Yeah, Shino they forced out trans from Shino. Can you build it quicker than Kawhi's grab is the question.
If
Otherwise, they
I
have
was
no
rolling girl, I would
defensibles.
let Shino get as much healing as possible off the rest of the team. Right now.
Wait, I think I miscounted. We might need to pull out.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, because they have 2 diamonds, a GM, a master, and 2 plats.
You want me to double check this?
That's over, isn't it?
I'll double check it real quick.
I'm just gonna pull us out, okay?
What? Don't pull it out yet. Don't pull it out.
Don't pull.
think
Check
that's
before you.
over.
Check before you pull it
Yeah,
out.
don't
because if you
pull
pull it
it
out,
out,
that reveals
Chubby.
strats.
Huh?
Yeah.
If you pull it out,
We-
both teams' strats are gone. So let him check before you pull it out. Is what I
Yeah.
would do.
Okay. 4,000.
Yeah, plus 3.5.
Yeah,
7.5.
diamonds, and 2 5s, and a 5.
Okay, so 3,000 from combat. Colin is master, so I have
They
that
have
one.
a 6, 5, and then the 7.5.
And they have another. Who am I
6
missing?
and 5
yeah,
is
Bullet.
11, and then 7.5 is 18 and a half.
Who am I missing? Bullet's up is also platinum. So.
Yeah, so I think we went over, didn't we?
Yep. 83 over. Pull him out.
Yeah, I about to say. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you just left the game.
Oh wait, look.
You left the game?
Now Cupcake's
Sorry.
the owner.
Oh no.
Chubby, why?
Sorry.
Because now we
Click the wrong-
can't even pull him out.
You can't pull him out now.
Because it gave
All
Cupcake
over
the
now,
owner.
folks.
Yeah. I clicked
Alright.
the wrong button. I'm a genius. I'm sorry.
Alright, I'll let you you want me to handle the illegal comp thing, Chubby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
So that's on us? Or is that on
Yeah,
them?
that's on us, because I did the wrong math. That's on me. I'll take that.
No forfeit, right?
No, no forfeit. I did the wrong math there.
We need to make a new we need to make a new match. New custom match.
Mm-hmm.
That's... Yeah, yeah.
No forfeit.
Yeah.
Dark, please check your DMs.
No.
Okay.
I can't say no forfeit. It's fine, we can ban Chubby later.
Hey, I made one mistake. I'm sorry.
Dark, can you please check your DMs when you get a chance?
Yeah.
So do we... Well, let's see. Let's check this again, and someone double check my math this time, because I'm bad at math. Okay, that's a diamond. That's okay. Because that makes it 9 plus 3.5 plus 5. So that's good. I'm stupid. I am so sorry.
Alright, make a new game.
I mean, God, do we really need to make a new game? That's-
Yes, because
Yeah, 'cause
Cupcake is
Cupcake's the owner.
hosting.
Yeah, new one. Jeez, this is gonna. I'm so sorry. I clicked the wrong button. I fat fingered.
It's alright, I did it too.
We're sorry, guys. We're having technical difficulties and physical difficulties because of my brain being stupid. LOL. We were on Dorito. Yes, I am so sorry, everybody. But at least we caught it before the end of the game. No one has to suffer.
Yeah. No maps have to be replayed or forfeited.
Well,
Shelby, why are
technically,
you so bad at math?
Because I had a literally every year of math I had a B. That is my worst math.
Nah. Shelby, did you make a new game yet?
I did.
Alright. I'll let you add them all.
Jesus, I am bad.
Why are you being the big dumb chubs?
Because I'm bad at the numbers. You know
I'm gonna
this.
go ahead and cut
We're
it,
gonna
Dark.
cut it in half.
Yeah. Moment.
Yeah, sorry guys. So Dark's gonna pick up the stream here in just a couple minutes when the new game